Education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. The truth of these words is manifest in the transformed lives of the students and alumni of historic LeMoyne-Owen College. LeMoyne-Owen is the heart of the Soulsville, USA Renaissance community in Memphis, Tennessee. Surrounding its beautiful campus are the Stax Museum, the Stax Music Academy, elementary and charter schools, historic churches and businesses, and the stately Elmwood Cemetery. As the only historically black college in Memphis, LeMoyne-Owen College has educated local and national leaders who, with their passion and presence, have made an indelible impact on their respective communities and touched countless lives. Consider Marion Barry, former mayor of Washington, D.C., Willie W. Harrington, Memphis's first African-American superintendent of Memphis City Schools and the first African-American elected mayor of Memphis, Dr. Benjamin Lawson Hooks, first African-American appointed to the Federal Communications Commission and former NAACP National Executive Director, Judge, and Minister, Lois DeBerry, former House Speaker pro tempore and one of the longest-serving members in the history of the Tennessee State House of Representatives, and G.E. Patterson, founding pastor, Temple of Deliverance, Bishop, Church of God in Christ, all history makers, all LeMoyne-Owen College magicians. This legacy was forged in faith and struggle, and the roots of the college run deep, all the way back to the American Civil War, to the year 1862, 1 year prior to the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. The battle to abolish slavery was nearly won, and members of the American Missionary Association, in their wisdom and through their faith, knew education was the key to equality and the future of our young nation. So they set up a school at the Union Army's Camp Shiloh in Shiloh, Tennessee, where runaway slaves and freedmen learned to read and write. After the war, the school, now known as Lincoln Chapel, moved to Memphis, where it was burned to the ground, rebuilt, and later renamed LeMoyne Normal and Commercial School, after a generous gift was made by prominent Pennsylvania physician, Dr. Francis Julius LeMoyne. In 1934, the school moved to its current location on Walker Avenue and received its charter as a 4-year degree-granting institution. Later, LeMoyne College merged with Owen College to become LeMoyne-Owen College. Today, the LeMoyne-Owen stands as a beacon of hope in the South Memphis community and a college of choice for those students who desire the unique and transformative experience that only a historically black college can provide. Talented, diverse faculty challenge today's magicians in a rigorous course of study and liberal arts and the sciences, and mold them into leaders and professionals who go forth to shape the communities in which they live, work, and serve.
Welcome back. It's 807 Day. 807, why 807 Day Telethon? Because it happens on recruitment, retention, and marketing the institution. My first guest today is Tabitha Barlow. Tabitha is Madam SGA President. Good morning, Tabitha. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for asking. Well, today I'm asking our guests 2 questions. One, what's your LOC story? And the second one will be, how do you reimagine LOC? Because the theme of this year's telethon is reimagining LeMoyne-Owen College. So let's start off by hearing, what's your LOC story, Tabitha?
Yes, ma'am. My LOC story will start in 2019. Before 2019, though, I used to come and sit in the parking lot, and I used to just sit there. It was me, my children, we'll just sit here, and I was so fearful to come in. But in 2019, I did. I came, I called, they took me through the steps, and I became a student. Coming here, this was my second university, so it was my second college, and I was older than everybody, so I felt, inferior to everybody. But after me knowing that I was raising 5 young children, I knew that I had to do what they needed me to do. So I came here from another university with maybe a 2.4, And I was nervous, afraid, but I told myself one day at a time, give yourself time. So I came here, and at LeMoyne-Owen, it was a family. Like, I felt like I had a family for once, and I felt like that I could make it. So the first day was hard, but I knew the second day was going to be easier than that day, and the third day. And as I went on, it got easier and easier. And now I am here 2022 from a 2.4 to a 3.54. To a 3.54, and I'm SGA president. I'm a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and I know that the magic that goes on here is real, because I came from something it was very special for me to make a change in my children's life. So I put myself first for once, to ensure. And also, I just, well, I guess that's it. That'll be my LOC story. And how I would imagine, how I would reimagine LOC would be bring a sense of unity throughout every organization on campus. So when one organization is hosting something, I want to see the whole campus out. I want to see everybody out and just having a great time. And we also plan on having learning and, mixing learning and fun. We don't want to just be fun parties. We want everybody to know that when you're here, you are a leader. So we do SGA does plan on hosting 2 study marathons, one before finals, one before midterm, to ensure that everybody passed their semester and everybody graduates on time.
That's great. That holistic wellness, the holistic needs of the students are important. So it's good to hear Madam President saying we want to have fun, but we want to focus on what we're really here for as well.
Ma'am.
So providing those support systems for the students is great. Now, you mentioned having 5 children. How have you been able to juggle motherhood and your studies and being involved in an organization?
I love my children. I let them know, and I let myself know that we are safe. We are not victims. And it's hard, but I know that as time goes on, because time doesn't stop. So I don't want to be lost in time. So I have to keep moving as time moves on. So it's hard, but I know that in the long run, it's going to pay off. And I just have to do what I have to do. I really don't have a choice. So I'm going to choose to come out victorious.
You got a great testimony, Tabitha. And there are many more testimonies like Tabitha's that you hear about. They'll tell you, our students, our alumni will tell you how impactful LeMoyne-Owen College has been to their success. We want you to give. Please text giving, or you can go to give2loc.edu. There are links there. You can give by text. You can call in and give. You can mail your donation. We're trying to exceed last year's goal. Last year's goal was 6 figures, and we managed to raise a little over 101,000. So that's the number we want to exceed, and we can do that if you help us. Please text, please call, please give to LOC. We'll be back shortly. You can remove that check. We're not going to use that one. Can you can that screen have the text 72, whatever it was? I didn't want to say it and it was wrong.
I was trying to
Oh, okay.
Next time we talk, I'll look the words that you have to see.
Okay. Dabreon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Tell us your LOC story. I understand your testimony is a little different, but let's hear it.
So my LOC story started in 2017, which was my junior year in high school. I found out what HBCUs were because in Illinois, they really don't advocate for HBCUs or what they are. So after I figured out I could go to a college where everybody almost around me looks like me, I felt that was the way to go. So once senior year came, I had this one university in my head. I was like, I'm going to go there. I'm going to make my mark, graduate. But it didn't happen like that. My story goes is I was class clown in high school. So I didn't get the grades that I should have got to get into the school that I wanted to. But I did not let that stop me. I started to apply to smaller schools. I looked up all 107 HBCUs that there were. And I figured out that some of them are smaller, some of them are private institutions. So I started to apply to those institutions. LeMoyne-Owen College was the first institution to send me an acceptance letter. So I said, hey, I'm going to go. It's not where I want to go, but I'll go for just 1 year and I'll transfer off to that big university. Once I stepped foot on campus in August of 2018, I never thought about transferring. I got in, got my feet wet, started to be involved, and I had to think about leaving those people that I already made my mark with, leaving those people that I've made a connection with, and I couldn't do that. So I said, hey, LeMoyne-Owen is the place for me. I started telling everybody else, hey, come to LeMoyne-Owen, you will love it. And after that, transferring off to that other university never crossed my mind.
Tell us how how you were involved as an undergraduate.
So my freshman year, I came in and I was a member of CAB, which is Campus Activities Board. By that second semester of my freshman year, I was president of CAB, and I held that title up until 2021. I was sophomore class president. My last year of undergrad, I served as student government association president, and I just was involved. Anything one of my professors or staff called me on to help out with, to work with, I was there.
I understand you joined an organization during your last year as well.
Yes, so my last year, I became a member of the Alpha Upsilon chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and that was always the goal. The goal was to graduate, but the second goal was to join this organization to continue to put in work.
So you did that.
Yes.
You did that. Tell me how you reimagine LOC.
So I reimagine LOC in so many ways. But to start first, from the moment I got to LeMoyne in 2018 to now 2022, I've seen the changes. It's slow, but it's surely. So I reimagine LOC being one of those schools that when you say, hey, where are you going? They say LeMoyne-Owen College. And they say, oh, that school in Memphis? I know about that. So my goal and thinking is for students to know what LeMoyne-Owen College is. Because a lot of people you tell, hey, I go to LeMoyne-Owen College. They say, what is that? And I'll sit down and I explain from 1862 to now what LeMoyne-Owen College is. But I want everybody to know when I say LeMoyne-Owen College, you know what it is.
So you must have really loved your time here because I understand you are now an employee of the college.
Yes, so I love LeMoyne-Owen College so much that I decided, hey, what can I do to stick around to keep helping to make that magic on 807 Walker Avenue? And the first thing I could think of was becoming a college recruiter to recruit students so that magic can continue to happen. Because if we don't have students, the magic will die. So got me a job in admissions, and I'm now a college recruiter for LeMoyne-Owen College.
Excellent. Why is it important for our viewers to give to LOC?
It's important to give because there are students here that you might not realize or they might not speak up, but they're having a tough time with scholarships or paying for tuition. And I know a lot of students who are really dead set on graduating from LeMoyne-Owen College or even going to college. So scholarships like this, it helps. Money like this helps those students to continue on. And then it helps the parents not to worry about, hey, my child might be hours away from school. I don't know how they're going to continue. But with things like this, from the help of our alumni, our supporters and friends, they won't even have to worry about it.
That is true. Well, you heard it straight from the former student's mouth. It's important for you to give. Visit Give to LOC LOC.com, and you'll find a number of ways to give. You can text the word MAGIC to 345-345. You can call campus, or you can text your gift. You can email your gift. There are many ways to give to the magic happening on Walker Avenue. Please give. Thank you for joining us, Dabreon. We'll be back. Advancement so that they can include it in my tally. Let's stand up. Oh, let's get the check.
So this check presentation is from the Alpha Upsilon chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, our Spring 22 line, which I am a part of. We decided to give back to our alma mater, and then some students are still in school. So this just shows the importance of giving back to your school and helping those kids with the scholarships.
Thank you to the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Why don't you challenge some of those other Divine Nine organizations to step up to the plate?
Yes. So this is my challenge to all the Divine Nine, the ones who are on campus, our graduate chapters, everyone. I challenge you to donate $807 or more. Match my donation or exceed my donation.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Next up will be Dr. Denise Ferebee.
Dr. Bennett Fairs is on 1. Dr. Ferebee's on 2.
Testing. Testing.
Testing.
Test.
And we're back. Welcome back to the 807-day Giving Telethon. Over the next 2 days, you're going to hear from a number of students and alumni giving testimonies. And many of those testimonies will talk about the campus. So we're going to add a segment to the telethon this year that spotlights those folks who are helping us make a difference in our students' lives. We're going to start off with Dr. Denise Ferebee because Dr. Ferebee is our director of our cybersecurity program. And this year, cybersecurity is our first program of distinction. Welcome, Dr. Ferebee. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, Dr. Bennett Fairs.
Tell us, what is your LOC story?
My LOC story. Well, I've been working in corporate for well over 20 years, and I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to affect other people's lives and help them to succeed. I finished my master's degree and finished my doctorate and said, okay, now what? I decided that 6 months after I got my degree, that I was going to leave corporate and venture on a journey to actually help others. And so that led me here the fall of August 2014 to LOC and to make changes and help students exceed in the area of computer science, and which led me on the journey of introducing them to cybersecurity. I'd worked in the field for cybersecurity for a number of years, and I felt that this was an open field and was going to continue to be open, and they could make a living, life-changing, for not only themselves, but the future generations within their families.
Our cybersecurity program has distinguished itself on several levels. Can you talk about that?
Yes, we are actually one of the National Centers for Academic Excellence in Cyber Defense Education. We're designated by the Department of Homeland Security and the National Security Agency. As part of this effort, we not only teach students about cybersecurity, but we affect it in an interdisciplinary manner. That means that we teach cybersecurity not only in the computer science area, but we also do it in criminal justice, education, other areas here on campus. We not only work with the students and the people here on campus in reference to cybersecurity, but we also do community engagement. We work with organizations such as Black Girls Code, Memphis Shelby County Schools to provide education and understanding for the younger kids in the K-12 area so that they can come into the field of cybersecurity and get a career. And also look at us as being a potential institution of where to go to college.
That's great. That's great. I will be asking all the guests how they reimagine LOC, but I'm going to ask you, how do you reimagine LOC? And then also, how do you reimagine our cybersecurity program?
How I reimagine LOC. I reimagine 38126 and the LOC family as affecting the community here, introducing in data science, artificial intelligence, networking, cybersecurity, also doing research with our new technology innovation and research facility that will be going up on our campus. Along with that, reimagining cybersecurity in the area, helping people to understand how cybersecurity affects them, how they can get jobs in the field, how their companies and things that are here are affected by cybersecurity, and how they can use the things that we teach and the tools that we provide here to help them advocate for themselves and also understand how to protect themselves along their life's journey.
That's great. That's great. How do you reimagine LOC?
LOC, I think that it will be the shining beacon in the Memphis area, that when they think of cybersecurity and they think of an HBCU, they think of us.
Thank you for that. Now, I mentioned that cybersecurity is our first program of distinction. We have also added an endowed chair for computer science and cybersecurity. So that program is growing. It's growing, and you're the one who started it. You had a big part in bringing that program to the college. Tell us about that.
Well, one of the major things that I wanted to do, as a faculty member, I could go and potentially work at another institution, but I would not have had the opportunity to start a program from the ground up. I would have worked in an existing program. And I think that the 38126 zip code was prime real estate where you can affect other people's lives and show them the opportunities that are here within the field. And that's why I wanted to do it here.
Thank you. We want you to give. We want you to give on 807 Day, and we want you to give in any denomination of 807. $8.07, $80.70, $807, and so on. Challenge your friends, challenge your church members, challenge your organization members. Divine Nine, Dabreon has issued her challenge. The undergrads have come up with $807. Who's going to step up to the plate? You can call, you can text, you can email us. We can get to you to help you give your donation. It's 807 Day at 807 Walker Avenue. We'll be back.